Welcome back to the top 100 things to avoid doing on eBay countdown. We're now down to number 76, and this one is don't hide defects or damages in item descriptions. Selling items online, especially on platforms like eBay, demands a high level of transparency and honesty. One critical aspect of this transparency is accuracy. Accurately describing the condition of the items you are selling, including any defects or damages. Hiding defects and damages in item descriptions can have severe consequences, ranging from customer dissatisfaction and negative feedback to legal repercussions and penalties from eBay. This comprehensive analysis will delve into why it is essential to fully disclose any defects or damages, the potential consequences of failing to do so, and best practices for maintaining honesty and transparency in your listings. We will explore real-world examples, legal implications, eBay's policies, and strategies for effective item descriptions to underline the importance of honesty in e-commerce. So, what is the importance of disclosing defects or damages? Well, customer trust. Building trust with buyers is paramount in online sales. Full disclosure fosters confidence in your listings. There's compliance with eBay's policies. So, eBay requires sellers to accurately describe items, including any defects or damages. There's reputation management. So, honesty in descriptions helps maintain a positive reputation and encourages repeat business. There's customer satisfaction. So, transparent descriptions prevent buyers' disappointment and disputes. There's legal compliance. So, you have consumer protection laws that mandate accurate and truthful descriptions of products. So, what are the consequences of hiding defects and damages? Well, customer dissatisfaction. Buyers who receive items with undisclosed defects are likely to be unhappy and feel deceived. There's negative feedback. So, unsatisfied buyers may leave negative reviews, damaging your seller rating. There's eBay penalties. So, sellers who repeatedly fail to disclose defects may face penalties, including suspension or bans. There's financial losses. So returns, refunds, and loss of sales can result from dissatisfied customers and damaged reputation. There's legal repercussions. So misleading descriptions can lead to legal issues and fines under consumer protection laws. There's detailed examination of importance and consequences. So building and maintaining customer trust. So let's say a seller lists an item like a used smartphone without mentioning a small crack on the screen. The buyer receives the phone and discovers the crack and feels deceived. So the consequence would be that the buyer leaves negative feedback and demands a refund. So the lesson to learn is full disclosure of defects builds trust and prevents customer dissatisfaction. When buyers trust that the descriptions are accurate, they are more likely to make a purchase and return for future transactions. So then there's compliance with eBay's policies. So a seller lists a vintage item as like new, but fails to mention significant wear and tear. eBay's automated systems or buyer reports the flag, and the listing is for misleading descriptions. So the consequence of this is the listing is removed and the seller receives a warning or suspension. So the lesson to learn is adhering to eBay's policies is crucial for maintaining a good standing on the platform. Accurate descriptions prevent violations of eBay's guidelines and avoid penalties. There's reputation management. So a seller regularly hides minor defects in their listings. Over time, buyers leave negative feedback, citing undisclosed defects. The seller's reputation deteriorates, leading to a drop in sales and buyer trust. The lesson to learn is maintaining a positive reputation requires honesty and transparency. A good reputation attracts more buyers and encourages repeat business. So ensuring customer satisfaction. Well, a buyer receives an item with undisclosed damage and contacts the seller for a resolution. The seller offers a partial refund, but the buyer remains dissatisfied due to the inconvenience. And as a consequence, the buyer leaves negative feedback and does not purchase from the seller again. The lesson to learn is customer satisfaction is essential for business success. Transparent descriptions help ensure buyers are happy with their purchases, reducing the likelihood of disputes and returns. Then there's legal compliance. So a seller lists a toy as brand new without mentioning a missing part. The impact of this is that the buyer discovers that the issue and reports the seller for consumer protection authorities. The consequence is that the seller faces legal action and fines for misleading descriptions. So the lesson to learn is compliance with consumer protection laws is mandatory. Accurate and truthful descriptions help avoid legal repercussions and potential fines. So what are the best practices for disclosing defects or damages? Well, detailed descriptions. Provide comprehensive details about the condition of the item, including any defects or damages. High quality photos. So include clear and high resolution images that show the item from multiple angles, highlighting any defects. Honest language. So use straightforward and honest language to describe any flaws in the item. There's transparency. So be transparent about the condition to set accurate buyer expectations. There's consistent communication. So respond promptly to buyer inquiries about the item condition. So strategies for effective item descriptions. Well, there's detailed descriptions. So provide comprehensive details about the condition of the item, including any defects and damages. Describe the item's condition accurately, mentioning all defects or damages, however minor. For example, the phone has a small scratch on the back cover and a minor crack in the screen. High quality photos. So include clear and high resolution images that show the item from multiple angles, highlighting any defects. Take multiple photos of the item, focusing on any areas with defects or damages. Ensure the lighting is adequate to show the flaws clearly. Honest language. So use straightforward and honest language to describe any flaws in the item. Avoid euphemisms or downplaying defects. Use clear and honest terms such as significant wear or minor scratches or visible damage. There's transparency. So be transparent about the condition to set accurate buyer expectations. Clearly state any issues with the item in the description and reiterate them if necessary in the listing title or bullet points. There's consistent communication. So respond promptly to buyers' inquiries about the item's condition. Be available to answer any questions buyers may have about the item and provide additional photos or details if requested. So what are the eBay's policy guidelines on item descriptions? Well, eBay has specific policies and guidelines to ensure that item descriptions are accurate and truthful. Sellers must adhere to these guidelines to avoid penalties and maintain a good standing on the platform. There's eBay listing policies. So eBay's listing policy requires that sellers provide accurate and detailed descriptions for their items, including any defects or damages. Listings that are found to be misleading or incomplete may be removed, and sellers may face penalties. There's seller performance standards. So eBay evaluates seller performances based on various metrics, including the accuracy of item descriptions. Sellers who consistently fail to disclose defects or damages may face account suspension or other penalties. So let's look at the expanded examination of honest marketing practices. Well, there's in-depth customer trust analysis. So seller provides detailed descriptions and multiple photos of a used camera, including close-ups of a small scratch on the lens. Buyers feel confident in the accuracy of the listing and trust the seller. So the consequence is that the seller builds a loyal customer base that trusts their listings and returns for future transactions. So the lesson to learn is building customer trust through honest and accurate descriptions is essential for long-term success. There's detailed examination of the reputation management. So a seller consistently provides transparent descriptions, including any flaws or defects in the listings. Buyers appreciate the honesty and are more likely to leave positive feedback and recommend the seller to others. The seller's reputation improves, leading to increased sales and a strong presence on eBay. So the lesson to take away is maintaining a positive reputation requires transparent and respectful marketing practices. So the legal implications of hiding defects or damages. Well, there's consumer protection laws. So various jurisdictions have stringent consumer protection laws that mandate accurate and truthful descriptions of products. Failing to comply with these laws can lead to severe penalties, including fines and legal action. The regulatory bodies. So regulatory bodies such as the Advertising Standards Authority, the ASA, in the UK, oversee the enforcement of advertising laws. Sellers found using misleading descriptions may face investigations and sanctions from these bodies. Consequences of legal non-compliance. Well, fines and penalties. Sellers can face substantial fines and penalties for violating advertising laws. There's legal action. So consumers may file lawsuits against sellers for deceptive practices, leading to costly legal battles. There's business closure. In extreme cases, regulatory bodies may shut down businesses that repeatedly violate advertising laws. So, best practices for legal compliance. Verification of claims. So, ensure all claims are supported by evidence, such as test results and certificates. Clear and accurate descriptions. So, use clear and accurate language in product descriptions to avoid misleading buyers. Transparency in pricing. So clearly disclose all costs, including shipping and handling, to ensure transparency. So in conclusion, hiding defects or damages in item descriptions on eBay can have severe consequences, including customer dissatisfaction, negative feedback, eBay penalties, financial losses, and legal repercussions. Honesty and transparency in item descriptions are crucial for maintaining customer trust, complying with eBay's policies, managing reputation, ensuring customer satisfaction, and adhering to legal requirements. By employing best practices for accurate and detailed descriptions, including providing high quality photos, using honest language, being transparent, and maintaining consistent communication, sellers can build a successful and sustainable business on eBay. These ethical market practices not only enhance the buyer experience, but also contribute to a fair and trustworthy marketplace, ultimately leading to long-term success and growth for sellers. Keep it real.